Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Luxford here going through your Learning at Home English assessment task for Year 2 for Term 2. The very first thing we do with all our assessment tasks is write our name, our class and our date. Remember, you can pause at any time to catch up, but this one's going to be a lot of me talking and a lot of you listening and then you going and doing it yourself. So this is the I do part, and then the you do part is after the video. Let's read the instructions first. Number 1, choose an animal you're interested in. Number 2, fill in your research page. Number 3, design a cover page with the name of the animal, your name and a picture of the animal. Number 4, this is the big one. Draft and write an introduction about your animal for what I look like. You can email your teacher to check your draft. Use lots of describing words. You might like to use subheadings. One might be paws or tail, depending on your animal, of course, and talk about what they're used for. Send your draft to your teacher. You can take a clear photo of it and email, you can type it up, or you can bring it into the school and we'll collect it from the office. Number 5, create your fact file. Make sure your fact file is interesting. Use the other researched information in interesting ways to make your readers excited about learning facts about your animal. Students will be assessed on if their pictures match the caption and the information, and I'll go through that a little bit later in the video. The success criteria, this is like all of the things that we would assess your student on. So these are our 5-star, and we talk about them in classroom as 5-star learning. So you will be successful when you can create a non-fiction text drawing on some information learned. Use simple and compound sentences. Use non-fiction text features such as simple sentences, title, headings, subheadings, images, layout, labels, font type, size, bold, paragraphing, contents page, glossary and captions. If you don't use all of those, it's okay. They're just ideas to give you what some non-fiction text features are. You're going to be able to use accurately spell familiar and content-specific words, use punctuation accurately, write neatly with correct letter formation and consistent sizing, and link the information with the image. Handwriting. The part called What I Look Like belongs on the handwriting lines because we need to assess if students can legibly form letters and keep their size consistent. If you're going to do your poster in another way, please use the lines provided so I can have a look at the writing. So boys and girls, this is my fact file that I've created, and I think you can do a better job than mine. I did mine in a little bit of a rush and I haven't used pretty colours or any glitter glue or made it look very interesting, but I've got all the information that I need and I'm going to go through and show you each section. I'm going to start with this section over here, what I look like. This section is the part where we'll assess your writing, if you can keep it neat, if you're writing in sentences, and if you're using expanded noun groups, I'm going to read it to you and explain what an expanded noun group is as well. It says, What I Look Like is the title, and here it says, koalas have thick grey fur that repels water, and then I've got a full stop. Koalas have thick grey fur. Fur is our noun, and thick grey is how we've described the fur. We've used 2 describing words, thick and grey, to describe the fur. This is the expanded noun group. Koalas have thick grey fur that repels water. This is a 5-star sentence. I've used a capital letter and a full stop, as well as an expanded noun group. I would like to see 3 of yours, your sentences, have expanded noun groups in them. I'll keep reading now. It protects them from the cold and hot temperatures. Koalas also have large, squishy bottoms. I've used another expanded noun group. Large, squishy describes bottoms. It helps them to stay comfortable on hard branches. I've only used one describing word there, and that's okay too. In our text, we want to make it interesting. If we used expanded noun groups too much, our writing sounds a bit funny. Large fluffy ears and an oval leathery nose are the two most important facial features. The nose helps them sniff out food, and ears help koalas stay out of danger. Koalas do not have a very good sense of sight. Another interesting feature, I've left a line because I'm talking about something different, so I'm changing paragraphs. Another interesting feature is that koalas, like humans, have individual fingerprints. And we can see I've left a line, so I must be talking about something different. While it is hard to see, female koalas have a pouch on their bodies to keep their joey safe. Is in bold capital letters because I wanted to really make sure that the reader said that loudly in their head when they were reading it. While it is hard to see, comma, female koalas have a pouch on their bodies to keep their joey safe. Boys and girls, I hope that you can draft your what I look like text and then send it through to your teacher to get some feedback. They'll be able to help you edit and give you some more information on what it might, things that might be helpful to you in your text to get a better grade. Because of course we're assessing at home and it's a bit tricky to do that. So if you can email your teacher, they can help you out as well. The next section down here is where I live. Koalas are an Australian native animal and can only be found on the east coast of Australia. They live in eucalyptus forests. They do not live in rainforests or desert areas. Boys and girls, to get a better grade, to get 5 stars, I could have underlined do not to make it really bold. That's using text in a way that will help your readers focus on bits of important information. The next section I'm going to talk about is what I eat. Koalas are herbivores who eat eucalyptus leaves. Koalas get most of the water they need from the food they eat. Boys and girls, see how on my fact file I'm only talking about what the koala eats here? I'm not talking about where it lives or what it likes doing or any other information. I'm keeping my information the same as the title. So what I eat, only that information goes here. Now, these interesting facts here, you can write any that you like. My favourite fact is koalas sleep for up to 19 hours a day. That's really interesting to me. So you can put any interesting facts that you like in your 3 interesting facts about your animal. Now, I'll go down here to my life cycle. We've done life cycles in science in term 1, so you should all be really familiar about drawing your life cycle and also labelling it. Up here, I've tried to draw a little joey, and it says, Joey looks like a pink jelly bean. So it's a little tiny baby joey. I could have coloured that in pink and I would have shown that I was trying my best. And then here I've tried to draw a little joey in a pouch. Joey drinks milk in mother's pouch. That's this picture. And here I've drawn a mother koala and a baby koala, another joey. Joey eats gum leaves and stays with mother. And then lastly, an adult koala. 1 year old, it leaves the mother. 4 years old, it's an adult. So I've labelled the life cycle. I've drawn the arrows to make sure the reader knows which way to look. And I've also made sure that each section has some text to go with it. And the last section here is a picture that I've printed out off the internet. I didn't draw this one. So it's a photograph, and I've labelled the photograph with some expanded noun groups and some information about what each section looks like, but silly Mrs. Luxford glued the paper onto here. So this one says strong limbs, but I have to, it's like a peekaboo flat book. Strong limbs, claws, leathery nose, large fluffy ears, fur repels water. And all of that information, of course, is in our text. So it's reaffirming the facts of our fact file. And underneath I have a caption, and it's about the picture. A mother and her joey in the Australian eucalypt forest in Queensland. I've made sure that the picture and the caption match together. That's how we get our 5 stars in this text. So we get our caption and that matches the picture. I wouldn't say I like spaghetti bolognese here because it doesn't match the picture. That would be silly. So make sure your caption matches your picture. Boys and girls, I hope this clears up what your Learn at Home assessment looks like for English. Please let me know and let your teachers know if you're confused or if you need help. And the one more important thing that I just wanted to let everyone know is that if you get just a little bit of this done, when we come back to school, the teachers will be able to help you finish. But it would be lovely to get a head start on this at home, and then we can bring it back to school and work on it together. We're hoping this doesn't take too long. I predict that if you work on it a little bit every day, like our letter says, you'll be able to get it done within a week. So a little bit on Monday, a little bit on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. You can also do a title page on the front. I haven't done a title page, but it would be great to have koalas in big letters, and you might draw a nice big picture of a koala, and you might write your name and your class down the bottom. And then that way we can see what you've learnt at home about facts. I hope this video helps boys and girls and parents, and we'll see you really soon at school. Suggested timeline. Day 1. Choose an animal and research, taking notes. Use books, videos and other information that you can find on the animal, or choose one of the animals on the fact files that were sent home. Draw a title page with your animal's name and the student's name. Make it colourful if you can. Day number 2. Draft what it looks like and send it to your teacher. Day 3. Draw a life cycle and label it. Write 3 interesting facts about your animal on the poster. Day 4. Write where I live and what I eat. Day 5. Write a good copy of what I look like. Draw and label a picture and write a caption that relates. The whole poster should really only take 5 days, and some days might take a little bit longer than others to write or draw, but I would predict that no more than an hour a day, even if you break it up into 2 half-an-hour sections.